I remember what it felt like on 9/11. Do you remember where you were, what you were feeling? And I think what I felt most was that I wanted to be near the people I love, family and friends. Spirit 105.3, my name is Erica, remembering 9/11 with you today. It's good to be with friends still. Sheila Kelly, one of my dear friends, is with us in studio. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Well, it's a really special day. I'm a New Yorker, and September 11th is always in my heart as a day that's hard and a day to remember and a day to honor our heroes. You've been with Seattle Fire for how long?
Almost 28 years.
And so you were there
Yes.
on this day. What was it like that day?
I would say there was a feeling of disbelief driving into work that morning.
Yeah.
The one plane hadn't got into the building, and I immediately went into work. So getting to work, I think the one thing you find with first responders is first we want to be together as we can. I have the awesome job to take care of firefighters and providing them with gear and doing their purchasing and logistics. It was amazing to watch these men and women go into response mode. We're all the way across the country and we go into response mode because at this point in time, we didn't know. We didn't know what was going to happen across the country.
Yeah.
So you immediately go into response mode. It becomes very work oriented and yet with a significant level of heartbreak.
Yeah. Were there tears that day among the people?
There was tears, there was anger, there was absolute disbelief. I think one thing that we all asked was, why us? And about 3 minutes later, we're all like, well, why not us? We've lived a very fortunate life. We have a lot of freedom here. There's a lot that goes on in our country that is unfortunate, but this was big. Yeah. And it was new for a whole new generation. My parents' generation had Vietnam.
Yeah.
Our generation had the Gulf War, and there's this whole new generation that had never experienced anything of this nature. So what we were looking at, okay, what do we do to make our people safe? What do we do to continue to be safe? And then watching what New York and the Pentagon and what they were doing and how they were responding. You also had everybody wanting to get on planes and go out and help.
I'm not surprised at all to hear that. Was faith something everybody was hanging on to that day?
I would say that everybody had a level of faith that day. It was very interesting to see people reach out to people that if somebody knew you had faith, a lot of people were reaching out going either with anger, like how could this happen?
Sure.
Or how can we make it better for us? Wow. So one thing that I think that came out of 9/11 that has been fantastic is we understood that we also needed to take care of our mental health during all of that. And we had to take care of not just the physical being and the search, but we had to take care of ourselves and we had to take care of the people that were living through it.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, it's significant. I'm really proud of the first responder world and how they're changing that. I would also say that the immediate reaction is to go in work mode. The second reaction is like, okay, Lord, man, I'm not going to make it through this without you. I'm not going to be able to do these long days and the heartbreak. And I think that's when we realized that every TV was on, every computer was playing everything. We were watching everything. And I think watching people make choices that they believed were the right choice for themselves was heartbreaking and yet so courageous. So people made choices they never in a million years thought they would have had to make that day, both in responding and as being a victim. They made choices. Yeah. And I pray that those people all had those moments to right themselves with where they needed to be right. There was a lot of goodbyes that weren't said that day. And, everybody has a connection. You're from New York. Yep. We work with people from New York. We work with people in the Pentagon. So there's all these connections across the country. Our world is no longer segmented. It's very close. Wow. So you're watching people and you're watching people that you would call friend going through something that's very significant. And at that point in time that it's life-changing. You just don't know how it changed everything.
Wow. Looking back, how did the city love on you all? Like, were people bringing things by? What was that like?
Yes. And it gets to the point where that can almost be, we're like, no, we're here to help you. Our job is literally to help you. It's to serve you. We're civil servants. Everybody comments on the 9/11 happening and the heartbreak and the disbelief. And then I believe that 9/12 was fairly amazing in the fact that everybody wanted to help and do things. The world is broken. It's a broken space. But 9/12 was a pretty special place to be. And unless you were there, you only kind of can feel what happened when a country was in a space of we need to do right. We need to stand behind our people.
Yeah.
it was so good to be able to be with my people during that time frame. And we did get to send a team back there. It was fantastic. It was a lot of hard work, but everybody was ready to go within 2 hours. If they could get that call to go, they were going to go.
Yeah.
So they
That's
did
huge.
that. They did that. I appreciated that people still followed through with things for a long time after the 11th, during the search and rescue, during recovery, and then during how do we make the world okay again after 9/11.
Sheila, what is it like now? So now it's 2025. It's been a long time. How do you all remember what happened that day and remember the fallen officers and firefighters?
Wow. A lot of things changed that day and how you remember. If you've never been to a firefighter funeral or if you've never been to a police officer's funeral, there's a pomp and circumstance to it that is very genuine and very honoring. During that time, that all happened way too much. I would say that if you're part of that community and if you're part of that brotherhood and sisterhood, then what you find is it's a buy-in. It's your loss whether they're in New York, if they're in Washington, D.C., if they're anywhere. We lose people across the country daily now, and it's definitely, there's messages that go out across the country so people know when a fallen firefighter or a fallen police officer occur. And people send people to represent departments.
Really?
Yes, it's definitely a brother and sisterhood that is truly genuine and truly, it's hard to explain. I get to be part of it, and I'm so fortunate.
Oh, it's so good that you could come by today. I hear your heart when you sing on Sunday at church, and you're such a blessing. But to hear your heart on this is beautiful. Sheila Kelly from Seattle Fire and my amazing friend, thank you for coming.
Thank you for the invite.
God bless you.